This is where we introduce our students to the Milwaukee-Eight motor.
This goes down and then it goes up.
I'm just learning from Chris. We use wrenches.
Holy shit.
So we train students not only on motorcycle, but marine, automotive, diesel, welding, CNC. We have a NASCAR school.
We have over 40 years of training the technicians out there in the Harley-Davidson dealerships.
Yep.
We got supercharged jet skis, and with Kawasaki is the only program that we offer that offers diesel training.
Mod to start it up in here? Yeah. What up, Block fam? Welcome to the episode. We are starting in shit weather this morning. It is nice and damp out. The roads are wet. I think it has stopped raining for a little bit, so hopefully the traffic will have dried up the roads a little bit, but I got my rain pants on, feeling like MC Hammer. Can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
And we are headed to MMI, which is Motorcycle Mechanics Institute, division of UTI. If you guys don't know what MMI is, if you've ever been interested in becoming a motorcycle mechanic or technician, this is basically one of the places that you can get your start. You guys know Chris, the 28-year master level tech that works at Blockhead Garage, the coolest guy ever, sick wad glide. So he got his start at one of these trade schools as well, so something similar to it. So let's make our way through Orlando traffic, and hopefully we can get there somewhat dry and in one piece. I am on Goldzilla today. Normally I'd be ripping on her, but Goldzilla and wet roads are not a good combination. It's a very powerful bike, very torquey bike. No ride modes equals a lot of tire slippage. We're gonna take it easy. What's up, guys? Welcome to this beautiful, very large, air-conditioned, big room with great lighting, HVAC stuff set up in here, lots of lifts, lots of tools, absolutely beautiful spot. We are here at MMI, or UTI. I'm sure I'm gonna mess a lot of this stuff up, but that's why we have Amanda and Tony over here who know a lot more about this place than I do.
My name is Tony. I'm a national admissions rep. The first thing we like to do is point them to, one of our admissions reps. One of our people are going to give them all the information you need to get all the qualifications to come down here and pursue a passion. And whether it's for Harley-Davidson or one of the other 5 manufacturers we have in the metric, Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, or BMW, you can come down here and get the training you need to pursue a career.
I'm Amanda. I'm the Regional Director of Admissions. So let me tell you a little bit about what we do here at MMI. We have a 48 and a 60-week program to help our students get the training and certification they need to work as an awesome entry-level technician. And like Tony mentioned, we work with the big 6 manufacturers: Harley, Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and BMW. The first thing is they gotta pick up the phone. They're gonna talk to somebody like Tony, and they're gonna guide them through the entire process. They're gonna come up with a plan that makes sense for the student to come down here. Most of our students come from across the country, so that's really exciting. So we do have housing partners, Compass Rose Housing. It is a separate entity from UTI and MMI, and it is obviously separate from the tuition, but we'll partner with them to get the student set up. So it's really easy for them to move in instead of paying, first month's rent, last month's rent, all of that. Their lease is the duration of their program, and then they're out. So it's really cool.
We have a career services team, and you'll meet with them. We have a UTI Go app. You can download that app once you're a student, and you can actually upload your resume and apply for jobs up to 2 weeks before you come down.
Moving to a new city for like college or whatever is worrying about that housing, worrying about possibly like going to like dorms and stuff. So it's dorm style where you pair them with other students.
Yes.
You guys have a lot of people, like, in just talking to a lot of the students here, a lot of people from like not Orlando. I mean, I think we just talked to a guy from Alabama. We talked to somebody else from Washington State. You got a lot of people that are coming here, but then they're also veterans.
We have a VA department that when you come down here, they'll figure out what you qualify for your military benefits. So, anyone who's served our country, thank you, and we appreciate your service, and we're going to make it as easy for you to come down here as possible, to come down here and get a career doing what you love to do. If you have a GI Bill, it's either pre-9/11 or post-9/11, you can come down here and meet with our financial aid department, and they're gonna guide you through the process, either through phone or through a Zoom meeting.
We do that for our students too that are non-veterans. So we do have financial aid available to students that qualify as well. The federal government has a great program. They start with a FAFSA, which is a free application for federal student aid. They go through our professionals in the financial aid department, and they'll help them come up with a way to make school affordable. We've done it for hundreds of students for over 50 years.
Awesome.
So we'll continue to do it.
I'll be sure to link down in the description below, find all of their information there. And if you call, a human will pick up the phone and we'll guide you through the whole process, whatever questions you might have. We are gonna try and answer a lot of those questions in this video though. So keep watching. A couple of questions I have. So, because I have considered going to the school. What does day one look like? Is it like an orientation? Is it like...
Orientation is actually a week before school starts because like you mentioned before, most of our students move here from across the country. So we want to get everyone settled in, feeling good, get their laptops powered up, understand what the blended learning model looks like. So we teach blended learning here. What's cool about that is you're going to do about 75% hands-on, and the rest of it you're going to learn watching instructor-led videos. So you watch those in the evening, you come into class, and then you get your hands dirty. So it's pretty cool. The first 18 weeks of the program are what we call the core program, which is the motorcycle prerequisite. Basically, it's everything from exhaust tips to handlebars and everything in between on every manufacturer that we have here. So it's everything on all different makes and models of motorcycles, and then after that is where students start to specialize.
Okay.
So they either get the metric performance or they get the Harley Screaming Eagle performance, which is pretty awesome.
So after your first 18 weeks of core training, you can choose, like I said, Harley-Davidson, and you can go that route, or you can choose 2 metric companies. They're 12 weeks apiece, and then once you're done with that training, the 48 weeks, then you go into, like I said, your performance classes, and it is mostly a hands-on program where we're gonna put you in front of the motors, we're gonna put you in front of the bikes, and actually get you real-world experience in a shop setting.
So whenever I went to high school, the thing that the counselors told me was that you have to go to college, like a 4-year college, 2 years of associates, gen ed stuff, and then it was like having to choose a major. I don't know what the hell I wanted to do. I chose business, which numbers, not a fan. And then I actually stopped going to college, and then I went back for computer engineering, which was not fun either. And finally I went back for art and design, loved it, got a degree, all that stuff, which ended up leading me back to motorcycles because I still love wrenching, I still like working with my hands. Had I known something like this was available, I probably would have been on a much different path. For those of you out there that don't know that this exists, this is us trying to pull back that curtain to show you, hey, you can actually get hands-on. Like, that's one of those things you've said a couple times, is like getting your hands dirty.
Yeah, and I think for people like myself, school really wasn't like my favorite, right? But anytime you're in a hands-on setting, you get that opportunity to learn. For a lot of people, to come down to MMI, getting an associate's degree is something they never thought they could do. But we put you in a position where you can take a 60-week program and you can choose Harley-Davidson in 1 metric company, or you can take 3 metric companies, 3, and you can actually leave out of here with an occupational associate's degree in motorcycle repair.
We do specialize in Harley-Davidson at our shop. We do work on other stuff. Everybody that works at the shop, we all own a Grom, so we love all sorts of motorcycles, but we specialize in building Harleys. And so if we basically got started in that course, what would like day one of a specialty class look like? You're talking about getting your hands dirty. Like what's something around here that we would do that students would potentially look forward to?
Everything, right? So we are a motorcycle school, so while everyone loves Harley, we also love all motorcycles. So we're gonna put you in that 18 weeks and we're gonna put your hands on a motor and we're gonna teach you the basics. How do things work, right? Because before you can ever diagnose something, you have to understand the basic mechanics of how it works.
Day one is typically engines and transmissions, where they get to tear into an engine in their first class. So they learn about the precision measuring tools, using calipers, and really seeing how the engine comes apart and then goes back together. Also, we do 1 class at a time for 3 weeks at a time. So it's a really great way for students to get a really good foundation instead of learning multiple things at once like high school, like you mentioned.
Right. Like, I love that because you get to focus on one thing, immerse yourself fully in one thing. So what is this room for, with all the completed bikes and the lifts? And
this is a Harley dealer services lab, actually. So it's DSO, dealer service operations, and this is when students are getting near the end of their program here because they've already done the basic course and then they do Harley, and this is learning like how shop management works. It's all the proprietary Harley-Davidson software, what it's like to write an order.
they got like a walk-up,
Yep.
like check-in desk even.
Absolutely.
The workspace, super clean. Do you guys make the students like, you know, tidy up?
One of the biggest things I think is important is not only making sure they're career ready, and able to go out there and get a job, but make sure they can keep a job, right? You know, shop etiquette, cleaning up after yourself, making sure you have your tools clean, your area clean. No shop has just one mechanic, so you got to be respectful of everyone's space. So we teach that and preach that here.
One of the things that people say whenever they come into our shop is the cleanliness of it. I mean, we have projects going on and there's like, you know, a bike that'll be on a lift and there's parts like lining the bike. But one of those things that we like to do is keep a tidy shop just because it feels nice. You know, it's like a nice place to start, work from, clean slate kind of thing.
In the hallway, there's a flat track dirt racer.
Okay.
We have an old school class, so for the guys who love the flatheads, panheads, knuckleheads, shovelheads, and evolution motors,
really,
you have the opportunity, to take that class and really immerse yourself in the heritage of Harley-Davidson, where it all started.
Sign
right?
me up, man. What motorcycle do you ride?
I have a 05 Gixxer 750.
Yeah. Gixxer boy. So very long hallway. One of their buildings that they have here, lots of classrooms.
Your workstation. And this is where we introduce our students to the Milwaukee-Eight motor, break down the technology that created this motor, what's inside, what makes it great. And then we have some 6-speed transmissions back there, which they'll be able to pull the transmissions down, break them down, understand how they work, and then put them back together.
Manufacturers come in and they recommend what we should be teaching, what we should be changing in our curriculum to keep it with the latest and the greatest.
A lot of our students that come down here have never touched a motorcycle, believe it or not, and this little cutaway gives them a pretty good understanding of how the whole thing works, what goes on inside the motor, and how you get that power to the wheel and that custom Harley sound.
Chris, care to explain?
So fascinating. Yeah, this goes down and then it goes up.
And this is why I'm thinking of enrolling. rather than just learning from Chris.
We don't do any cutting or chopping, but when it comes down to the factory repairs, we're gonna get you everything you need to know to go out there and break it down, diagnose it, and put it back together.
And that's why we had to get Chris out of the dealership, because he wanted to chop and fabricate and weld.
I just like to be a rule breaker.
I thought we were talking about motorcycles. What is this like Ford stuff over here?
Our parent company is actually UTI, Universal Technical Institute. So we train students not only on motorcycle, but marine, automotive, diesel, welding, CNC. We have a NASCAR school.
Who loves Suzuki's like the Gixxer 750 I ride?
Booza!
The RZs, the GSXRs, the GSXSs.
We have a campus in Avondale, Arizona. So MMI has 2 locations, and our second location was actually where we're standing right now, and it was actually predicated by Harley-Davidson. I think it was 20, 30 years ago, they came to the organization and said, we need another trainer on the East Coast, so that's why we're here. And think about the benefits. The reasons we have schools in Arizona and Florida is there's almost 300 days of riding weather a year, so there's no better place to come than Arizona and Florida.
Except this morning when it was raining. Like, of all days.
We actually just celebrated our 40th year anniversary training Harley-Davidson technicians. So we started training in 1983. So we have over 40 years of training the technicians out there in the Harley-Davidson dealerships.
Nice. Incredibly smart move from Harley-Davidson, considering the dealership network is one of those like really great things about the brand. So you need employees to be able to work on bikes to fill those dealerships.
Like I said, we do all the early model. So from the 1930s up until the 1980 model bikes, flatheads, panheads, knuckleheads, shovelheads, and the popular evolution motor are all going to be specifically taught in this class for 3 weeks. We have a plethora of different engines we can work on here. Engines, transmissions, and we're going to get you all set up.
Dude, I don't think I've seen so many like flatheads in one place.
I'm not a Harley guy, right? I didn't grow up on Harleys, I grew up on dirt bikes and like street bikes. I never heard of a suicide shifter before. I didn't know what it was until I came here. And you Harley people, you guys are a little different, a little crazy. I don't know what possessed someone to say, hey listen, I'm gonna take a shifter and put it on the gas tank. We got some over here I wanna show you.
Yep, linkage. Evos, 4 pans, a couple more Evos. Knuckle, shovel, pan, 8 flatheads, and then more over here.
Back in my day, we used wrenches.
Holy sh! Dude, and it's Snap-on?
And it's Snap-on, baby. So for our students that do want to come down, we offer a pretty hefty discount off Snap-on tools, so come on down. When you come down here, this is going to be your first stop, Moto 101. We're going to put you through 12 weeks, 6 weeks broken up into body and chassis, and 6 weeks on electrical. So get you down here. We got the S1000RR, we got the GS1200, we got the K1300S. Everything BMW that they work on and selling at the dealerships is going to be worked on here at MMI. is Kawasaki, so you're gonna spend 3 weeks on electrical, 3 weeks on body and chassis, 3 weeks on their side-by-sides and four-wheelers, and 3 weeks on their supercharged jet skis. So when you come down here, you get a good opportunity to touch these bikes with your actual hands, and they all run and drive. So we have, like I said, the jet skis running, brute forces, we got some KXs, we got supercharged jet skis, and with Kawasaki is the only program that we offer that offers diesel training. We got some Honda products, and Honda's a pretty versatile program. They do scooters, generators, lawnmowers, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, street bikes, cruisers, everything, man. So Honda's a great program. I love Hondas. We have a career services team that's going to help you look for employments in the city and the state that you want to move to. So like, we can't guarantee that when you come out of school that there's going to be a dealership hiring in your city and state, but what we can do is we can put you in front of hundreds of dealerships that are hiring all across the country and give you the opportunity to pick where you want to start applying for.
This is out there for those of you that you know, might be wanting to go down this path. Working with your hands, learning a valuable trade, it is something that the school here can help you with. Check them out on their website. Like I said, I'll be sure to link it down in the description below. All right, there you go, guys. Universal Technical Institute, MMI being a division of it, Motorcycle Mechanics Institute. Absolute wealth of just knowledge in this episode of like what this school does. It's funny because we've gotten so many questions from people in the comment section about getting into this industry. You know, they want to be able to like work with their hands. They want to get a foot in the door of working in the motorcycle industry, and this is basically one of those ways to do it. It's super cool being able to meet the staff, meet the instructors and stuff that are there. They seem incredibly, you know, passionate about what they're doing. And in talking with them, a lot of them do work in the industry, which is super cool as well. It's one thing to go to like a school and it's, you know, being taught by a professor that like their only job is teaching. But whenever you're working with people that are teaching you that this has been their career, that's like that real stuff right there. And I can definitely tell you, like, I learned a bunch of stuff filming this episode, being able to go through and talk to, you know, the people at MMI. Honestly, like, I'm not joking around whenever I say like sign me up. I would absolutely love to enroll there and to be able to learn a bunch of stuff, you know, about building engines, about like electrical, and just like continue to learn. And I would totally take you guys along for that journey if we manage to be able to work something out. You know, we gotta rep on. So yeah, being able to spend time there, you know, with the instructors, with the students, step into the classroom, see everything that they've got going on, see everything that they're teaching. Like, my eyes have been so open to like something that is available for me locally, and that's crazy to me. It's like to not to not utilize it. Damn, I don't know. It really has me wanting to go. I know in a previous episode, you know, like I've been interested in getting into like learning more about building some of the older stuff, you know, flatheads, knuckleheads, shovels, all that stuff. And I know it's one of those things you can pick up a user's manual and kind of teach yourself, but you know, I do really well with learning from people and showing you in that hands-on stuff. So honestly, I am super just interested in signing up myself, to be totally honest. So maybe that's something that will potentially happen in the future. MMI, what up? But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on this episode. Let me know your thoughts on MMI. Really appreciate the opportunity as always. Big thanks to everybody who took the time to kind of tell us about the program and everything. Really appreciate you guys. If you do have any questions that I might be able to answer, post them down in the comments below and I will answer to the best of my knowledge. Big thanks to MMI once again. If you guys enjoyed this episode, you enjoyed this kind of content, do me a favor, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon also so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button as well. Lets YouTube know that we're doing a good job, helps you recommend to other people that might be interested in this topic. Until next time, you guys ride safe out there, stay vigilant, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace! Can't go anywhere because of traffic, but there you go.